Where's the best place to have this one? Hi everyone, my name is Elis and welcome to my channel. On my channel, I mostly talk about plants, but sometimes I talk about other stuff, but today we're gonna be talking about plants. My original idea for this video was to talk about 5 plants I love that I have and 5 that I hate, but I wasn't able to find 5 that I hate. There's kind of just only one, and it is so ugly that I can't show it. It's not gonna be even funny. Let me know in the comments, what is currently your favorite houseplant in your collection? So one of my favorite houseplants in my collection currently is my Calathea roseopicta Rosy. It had a lot of humidity damage when I got it, but as it has been pushing out new leaves, I just let those old leaves go and chop them off. And now it has pushed out a couple of little babies here. Got some brand new leaves, one more leaf coming here, and it's just turning back into this really big and beautiful plant with its gorgeous pink medallions and dark rims. I feel like I've kind of gotten a handle on the Calatheas that I own and that I like. I've been able to maintain really high humidity in their area without putting them in any sort of enclosure. And it's just looking absolutely gorgeous. Mwah. Another one of my favorite houseplants that I have currently is my Calathea orbifolia. It was teeny weeny when I got it. It has pushed out a couple of new leaves since I got it, and it's starting to get taller. I am just completely obsessed with this gorgeous foliage. I really love the pattern. Love these tones of green. This Calathea is usually fairly easy to keep and it grows really fast, but if it doesn't get enough humidity, it will easily start to get brown edges, so just keep that in mind. It doesn't seem to be a pest motel like so many Calatheas, so it's a keeper. My third plant that I'm absolutely loving in my collection is a Maranta leuconeura. And it's a pink stripe version of it. And it doesn't seem to be another prayer plant that is gonna just get eaten up by spider mites when you look away from it for 3 seconds. I've seen some really cool baskets with these. They like turn into cause they are crawlers, but they kind of have this cool cascading trailing effect. So what I am wanting to do is actually get a planter that is shallow but long, and allow it to kind of crawl around like it would do on the forest floor. And I'm very tempted to get different colors of them. The fully green one I think is really, really pretty. This next plant I didn't expect to love so much. I got it as a gift. We got it from IKEA. I love them, and I loved them before I had one, but after observing how much this one has just grown and thrown. I'm not conjugating my verbs correctly here. It has just grown massively since I got it, and I'm hoping I can find a photo of it when I first got it, so I can put it here and you can see how much it has grown. And there is new growth absolutely everywhere. Since we had that Pachira aquatica, I wanted to show you also the progress of my little broken branch propagation experiment that I did. As you can see, this was the leaf that was on the plant when the branch broke, and I managed to get it to root. I don't think it's very hard to get them to root. I know that you can just, if they grow outside, I know in the Philippines when they grow outside, you can literally just stick the branch back into the soil and it will root and grow. But we got 2 new leaves and a baby coming out of here, and it's giving me really big new growth. And it was a little bit tricky to propagate a branch like this with a huge leaf like this. I am absolutely in love with my Epipremnum aureum marble queen. It is starting to get so lush. I wrapped one of the vines into the pot and it's starting to get really long air roots that I'm hoping will just go back into the soil and will give me more new growth. We're getting a lot of different colors. I have a vine here that is super variegated, and then we have some leaves here that are halfway variegated. And here's also what happens when you don't rotate your plants. They get naked on one side. So since this one is up against the wall, I think that's okay. I'm just gonna allow it to be like that. It's so pretty. The 6th plant that I'm totally in love with right now in my collection came as a little bit of a surprise to me. This is my Dieffenbachia. I do not know which variety it is. I know they can be finicky little bastards, and I got it because, of course, I saw someone post a photo of a gigantic one, and when I saw how big and gigantic they can get, I had to have one. And this one seems to be doing so well. I did a little video on it not so long ago, so it should be fairly easy for me to show you how big it was when I got it and when I got it. It's been pushing out a lot of new leaves. It has only dropped a couple of leaves. One leaf that I got with it that had been cut, and then it dropped one more. But it's been just oops, looking all full and lush and gorgeous. I'm really loving all of my Tradescantias right now. I really love fast-growing plants that become really lush. I think they can look so impressive and so striking in your home. This is my Tradescantia spathacea, or Moses in a cradle, or Moses in a boat. This one is in my houseplant tour video where it's really tall and leggy. I actually decided to just cut it because it's been pushing out pups. So it has a new pup here, and then this one was a pup, and then there's a tiny one here, and then I just stuck the top back into the soil, and it seems to have rooted and is growing nicely. So I am excited to see this one become like a lush full pot of plants. There is no secret that Epipremnums are one of my favorite plants. They are just so fun, and so many fun different varieties. This is a Pearls and Jade pothos that has decided to provide me with a jade pothos extra in there. This is one of the first kogedamas that I made. This one was so small when I put it in here, and I have a couple of photos to show you the progression of the growth. It really seems to be super happy being in a floating kokedama. All the new leaves look stunning. If you don't know how to tell the difference between the many varieties of pothos or Epipremnum aureums, Pearl and Jade has the creamy variegation. The leaves are often oblong like this, and it has little speckles in the variegation, green speckles. Now, my Scindapsus pictus or Scindapsus pictus, I hear people pronouncing it both ways. This variety is called Silvery Ann. Thank you so much, Crystal, for always being there, my mentor. I know it's not big and impressive, but it was just these two scraggly cuttings when I got it. It was in a rough shape. It was in terrible potting soil. We split it up from another plant, and it seems to be becoming really happy. Scindapsus, they are kind of a shingling plant, so they like to overlay each other. So I managed to wrap it around into the pot, so it kind of has that effect. And I'm hoping that the air nodes will root into the soil to like make it a fuller plant. And then there is my Monstera adansonii. And that video that I made a few months back has been popping up on people's feed. So some of you have subscribed to this channel because you saw that video. So thank you so much for subscribing and watching that video. And here is a little update on how that guy looks. I just recently repotted him. I was hoping it would sit on my floating bookshelf and cascade down the wall and be a trailing plant, but it has instead decided to start to climb up my wall. I'm a little bit worried that it will start to attach itself to the wall, but we shall see. I think I will figure out a trellis or a pole for it before that happens, because this is a rental. But I am loving these guys so much. All right, these are my 10 favorite houseplants currently, and I can't say that these are the only 10. I got so many of my dream plants here, my common houseplants, and I can't wait for my collection to grow. It's about to grow with some very interesting, lovely plants that I can't wait to show you. Please subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, and follow me on my social media. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!